Hey guys, this is Brian at Black Star Reptiles. am going to show you how a couple ways I feed my box turtle hatchlings. These are a little older than hatchlings. They've got their first growth rings on them. They're finally getting bigger. And so I'm going to show you one way how I feed them. I start off with a container like this. I put about 2 or 3 quarters of an inch of water into it. Let me switch this so you can see. Once that's done, I have some box turtle pellets or aquatic pellets. Anything that's protein. I usually try to do box turtle stuff because they are box turtles. I put the pellets in the water and let them soak a little bit. At that point, then I'll introduce the baby box turtles and I just soak them. This is not their main way of eating, but this is their current source of eating, and sometimes they don't eat them. I always count the pellets so that I know if they are eating them. I can count how many are left to see what they've eaten. Box turtles in the wild, they eat a lot of protein. Most people think that they eat a lot like a tortoise and eat a lot of lettuce and stuff like that. The box turtles, they are mainly, especially when they're little, they'll never eat stuff like that. In the wild, a adult box turtle, they scavenge. They eat a lot of worms, earthworms, snails. On occasion, they'll eat mushrooms and have actually been known to eat poisonous mushrooms that are poisonous to us, but for some reason they're not poisonous to them. And then they'll eat the occasional berry if they can find them. But mostly, for the main part, they eat proteins. So in captivity, my babies, I always feed them a lot of protein because they're growing. When I feed them their mealworms, we'll put some vitamins on them so that they can have the vitamins they need. Now in the wild, a baby box turtle spends most of its time covered up in leaves and you hardly ever see them. So UV lighting when they're this age is not 100% necessary. I do give them, sometimes I do put it on them to give them a chance, and I'll take them outside in the sun every once in a while. Right now we're in winter time, so things are cold outside, so I won't take them outside. If you can see, you can actually see some of the growth lines on them. They're getting their growth rings, so they are getting bigger from when they were hatchlings. And this one was a little runt when he was hatched, but he is definitely putting on some weight. All the other ones, I got some that are kind of a little bit more timid, won't come out. But I'll usually let them soak for 10 to 15 minutes. And I do that twice a week to give them the opportunity to eat pellets. A lot of times they won't eat them. They like the movement of the actual insects, small crickets, mealworms, bloodworms, anything of that sort. They really like pill bugs. When I introduce those, they eat them pretty fast. But anyway, this is the one way how I feed them, and it gives them a time to soak in water to make sure they're getting enough moisture in their system. Even though I do have water in their main pen, they sometimes don't use it, and so I always give them a chance to soak. That way we have no problems with turtles drying out or anything like that. Anyway, we'll do a part 2, and I'll show you how I set up their enclosure. Like and subscribe. This is Brian at Black Star Reptiles. Thank you.